The underside of my arms is mad light skin.
This is true.
That's why I can get color. That's why I can get color.
This is true. I think that the best thing you ever did was shave your head and go on vacation.
Oh yeah, nah, you got it. I knew what I was doing. That was definitely intentional. I knew like you go it down, like it'd be a different color. So you got to go out there, but you
Yeah.
got to be careful too, because you can get sunburn on your head, and that has to feel stupid.
I would imagine. But sunscreen, my nigga.
Yeah, I don't melanin.
Sunscreen.
So
Sunscreen. Just sit on the balcony for 15 minutes. You ain't even gotta really rotate. I guess you gotta turn around.
outstanding.
Mhm.
Nigga, we was in the pool, like so we because we went to Jamaica and we was just in the pool all day long because you just going back and forth to the bar right there. You swim up to the bar, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
It was serious out there, but then you kept a bucket with you because it got real. Once you felt it heating up, just go ahead and
Well, then that like doesn't serve the purpose of getting your tan in.
no, but you won't want to burn them.
Got you.
Yeah, you
Never
gotta
want
cut
to
it off.
burn.
You
I don't
gotta
think
cut it
this.
off.
I think the only time that you really want to burn is when you're cooking.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Have you like gotten sunburn before? Because it's not a whole lot of black dudes don't get sunburn.
Once. One time I got sunburned. I was the one time I got sunburned that I can recall anyway. My mom has a pool at her complex, so I went out there and I was like on my floating shit. I just was floating like a motherfucker, and then maybe a day or two. It didn't like it was like a day or two later. I said, "Ooh, what the fuck's wrong with my shoulder?" And then I start peeling, nigga. Like I've never experienced that type of shit. So yeah, hey, shout out to white people. Y'all off the hook.
Y'all niggas just be out there.
Melanomas is real, right,
Niggas be like going to sleep out there, Joe.
nigga?
And you can tell when a nigga fell asleep at the. Oh, you fell asleep, huh, sweetheart? Ah, boy, you like a half smoke walk around here.
Chocolate. Them niggas
They be red.
tanning. They really be leathery.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, like that's weird.
walking around looking like Greg the Hammer Valentine.
I gotta look him up. I forgot what Greg the Hammer Valentine looks like and shit.
He looks like the throw mama from the train lady with Hulk Hogan skin. He did break Wahoo's leg. I should probably chill.
He broke whose leg?
Wahoo.
Who the fuck is Wahoo?
Wahoo McDaniel, yo.
Is it hard to break that nigga's leg?
He was almost called him the other name. He was Native American. He was known for coming. Well, the whole gimmick. The nigga skipped to the ring with the headdress and
that's almost as bad as curl and wave. that was awful. I don't know what to think about that. Well, welcome to This on Sports, aka the Not So Skinny on Sports, aka a stripped down version of our normal sports segment. Here are the headlines. I forgot what came next. I ain't gonna hold.
Well, it's not really stripped down now.
It was stripped down and we built it back up like a good weightlifting cycle.
Cycle on like Barry Bonds.
Pretty much. Now we bulking back up, my nigga. Yeah. Shout out to HGH.
So we can hit home runs.
We can hit up. What the nigga always could hit home runs.
Mm-hmm.
He just could hit them further and more often and with more power.
Barry Bonds is half a superhero in the last couple of seasons, son.
And then this shit really makes your cranium big. Nigga. And then shout out to all the pitchers who said, I'm gonna pitch to this motherfucker because I ain't scared of Barry fucking Carr.
Yeah, whole time.
Right.
Barry Bonds on the juice is the greatest baseball player of all time.
Barry Bonds, not on the juice, is one of the greatest baseball players of all time, too, though, yo. Like,
Fair
niggas
enough.
don't realize this was a bad motherfucker
Oh,
before
that's a
the roids, yo. The bad
Yeah.
motherfucker. Hey, man, Roger
Yeah.
Clemens.
Man,
Roger Clemens did get better and better at 40.
he could heal here.
yeah.
Yo, they should just have a separate steroid league. Like, let them do it. I want to see how far the ball could go. I want to see. You know what I mean? Like, you should have two versions of sports.
It's
I
called
want to see a nigga get tackled out his socks, man.
It's called
Literally.
Knoxville Softball League, dog. And, you know, anywhere down in the Appalachians, there's a softball league. There's some roid heads.
Y'all want to see all that? Y'all want to see a boxer punch a nigga smooth off? Bam!
I mean, yeah, I don't know, yo. Like, okay, here's the thing: you want to see that, but do you want to see boys in dresses race girls? Is it not the same thing?
What do you mean?
Is it an unfair advantage?
Yeah, but if everybody do it, it's fine. I don't want the unfair advantage. This is what I'm saying. I want everybody. I want two different leagues. I want the clean league.
Okay.
I want the exciting league. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Okay. All right.
I want the kicker to look like Derrick Henry.
Nigga stiff as hell. Nigga stiff than a bitch. Well, here go our first headline, man. Shout out to Grant Hill's daughter who fought her first MMA match and got funky on a motherfucker. She won her match. Shout out to you, sis.
Detroit basketball, Blue Devils all day too.
I hate Duke. Prime Time was hospitalized for undisclosed illness after undergoing foot surgery. That foot surgery was a long time coming. I think the foot is fighting back. But no,
that's from turf toe. Like, that's the origins of why his feet look like that is turf toe.
And playing through it.
Yeah, they had like this ESPN thing about what turf toe does and how bad it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't numb turf toe because of where it is. It has ended careers, including Prime's.
Mm-hmm.
Turf toe is a terrible thing.
Nigga, anything with your feet is, especially in a sport like football or baseball or anything that you got to cut, basketball, your feet then took out a lot of some of your, your favorites and shit, man. So yeah. That foot fighting back though. That foot like, oh nigga, you want to fix me after all these? I got something for you, bitch. But no, in all seriousness, prayers for Prime, man. Shit.
Yeah, whole time.
If we talk about prayers, man, pray for the family of the person that died involved in the Henry Ruggs III crash. Henry Ruggs III, wide receiver for the Las Vegas Raiders, was speeding. I believe it was a Camaro or Corvette in the Corvette, and hit a RAV4 west of the Las Vegas Strip. That RAV4 caught fire, and the person in the RAV4 passed. So
wow.
And he stayed on the scene. He was intoxicated. Him and the lady he was with were transported to the jail. Yeah, man. Nevada law, from what I understand, that's like a minimum of 2 and a maximum of 20. And even if somehow he figures out how to not go to jail, his football career is probably over, man.
Yeah.
So, man, dang, prayers up for everybody involved in that situation, man.
Yo, a DUI is basically how Dak got to the Cowboys, right?
How so?
Because he got a DUI in college and it dropped his draft state.
Okay.
So he was around late enough for us to get us, because we got Zeke in that draft. We got Dak and Zeke in the same draft.
I was a fan of him at Mississippi State too.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. This dude, all right. He did go to Mississippi State, right? Not Ole Miss.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I was a fan of him then, man. Oh, dude, cool.
Mm-hmm. Good Yo got busy. Yeah, but yeah, he fell to us because of a DUI.
Well,
man, that makes perfect sense, to be honest.
It does. I mean, DUI, cocaine, Cowboys take them all.
Ain't nothing wrong with cocaine a little bit from time to time.
I mean, a little bit, a little numb.
Playmaker.
Playmaker, you know?
Playmaker.
make you stab a lineman in the barber chair. Derrick Henry.
Hey, yo, you think when Michael Irvin at the cookout, he was like, can I taste that?
I think Mike bring his own because he got money for the A1.
I was talking about the actual food.
Oh.
Who made these beans?
Yeah. Well, no, you know, they country, you can't go down there and put your hand in nobody's food and shit. But I'm pretty sure
Mike Irvin you talk about. Mike Irvin at the cookout, it's got to be amazing. That nigga's funny.
He probably only go back to the go. Fuck them poor motherfuckers. I can see him. He just seems like an asshole, yo. This nigga asshole. But yeah, but shout out to them niggas, man. Shout out
Audie.
him and Prime and shit, man. Hey man, Derrick Henry is out for the year. Surgery on his foot, man. We were having this conversation in one of our chats, man. About him possibly going back-to-back 2,000 yards, man. And so, let me ask you this, yo. Would that have been significant? And would it have been more significant to say what OJ did in 14 games or what Eric Dickerson did?
I think it would be very significant. The niggas that he's playing against, these linemen are routinely lifting more weights. They're running faster. These are better athletes now than they were then. These niggas smoke cigarettes and drink beer at the games back then.
Right. You
know what I mean?
Right.
Michael Irvin.
Well, cocaine made niggas better. Shout out LT.
Woo!
So I think 2,000 back to back would have definitely been dope. And because OJ did it in 14 games, and Eric Dickerson actually had a better yards
did it in 14 games.
In 14 games.
All I knew is that OJ did it. Keep going though.
No, he didn't. I think it would have been real significant, but for me, 2,000 yards is great. But look at all the 2,000 yard winners who won a Super Bowl in the year that they broke 2,000 yards. How many was it? I'll give you. I mean, how many people do you think did that?
2.
1.
One.
Terrell Davis in 98.
Yo, that was when Denver had the lines that the Broncos would have during that period were amazing.
Athletic lines.
Them niggas would just sit back. Elway. For a half hour.
They were definitely athletic. A lot of cut blocking. Getting Elway out on the perimeter. It was a well coached. Well, you know, shit. Davis and Elway were together like 4 or 5 seasons, right? So you know, there's a lot of continuity there. So definitely, but I think that his 2,000 to me means the most. He scored 21 rushing touchdowns, my nigga. You know, Eric Dickerson fumbled the ball. What was it? I have it written down here somewhere.
He had a Jerry curl and the juice to drip down.
Nigga, no, he was carrying the ball like a fucking loaf of bread.
But he had rec specs and he had a Jerry curl. Yeah, Jerry curl juice would drip down on his, and he would run it.
Yeah, man.
Oh, player.
Imagine how many more yards he would have if he didn't fumble the fucking ball. So, hey, man.
That nigga was a jerk about losing his record, too. That nigga was a real live jerk. I liked it.
Yo, OJ broke the record and didn't even make the playoffs. So, I mean, 2,000 yards is significant to a point. Trade deadline. All right, so here's some of the shit that happened most recently. Deshaun Jackson did not get traded. He was cut. Deshaun Watson did not get traded. Not a surprise to me. Melvin Ingram to the Chiefs. Von Miller to the fucking Rams. That's going to be scary.
3 levels of that defense. You go Ramsey, Miller, and what's the boy?
Donald.
Aaron Donald. Nigga, the 3 levels of that defense is stupid.
Me. Mark Ingram is going back to the Saints. Chiefs trade Duvernay Tardif, who was a lineman. He actually set out last year to go perform surgeries in Canada to the Jets, which is weird because their line is ass. And so out of all those most recent moves, and of course you had the trade for Gilmore last week, and somebody else got traded a little earlier. But just these things that happened here, what action or non-action do you feel is most impactful?
We'll see about what the Von Miller at the Rams does, because of course that, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna be, they're gonna have to gel. That may take time. Yeah, we don't have to see Von Miller this week because we play the Broncos, so I'm great with that. Yo, do you know everybody made some stink about Jalen Smith getting traded to Green Bay?
And then they
He
cut
got
him.
cut today.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I don't know. There was only one. I feel like that's the only big splash, right? Is the Rams, but we'll see. I mean, everything there is kind of, we'll see what happens.
I want to go with that because on surface level, that does seem like the best one. But I think that Deshaun Watson, I think them not getting rid of Watson and having the headache of Watson and Houston, that is, and losing, that's going to be a problem, man. And then you still got him under contract. You paying him all this bread. He might. I mean, I don't think he goes to prison, but it's lingering. It's hanging over his head. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's going to have a ripple effect on that organization for many years, even when that contract expires. So speculative, but we'll see. We'll see. On to basketball. Sixers fans shout, "We want Lillard. We want Lillard." Why he's at the free throw line. That'd be interesting. If he goes, if for some reason he made it to the Sixers, it's a problem. James Harden is off to a slow start. Do you blame the referees and the rule change?
What's the rule change?
So when he initiates a lot of contact coming through the lane, which allows him to shoot. He shoots a ridiculous amount of free throws a game. I'm not going to say the number because I'm not too sure, but it's like he's far and away the leader in free throw attempts. And so he like hook you and to kick the leg out and all that shit. And so they're not calling that as much now.
That's so not the refs, that's the league.
But do you blame that for the reason that he's
shout out G? I mean, quite possibly. I'm not a big NBA guy, especially not this time of year. Mm-hmm. So I honestly haven't seen anything. I haven't watched the Wizards yet. Shout out to Britt Waters. I haven't watched my Pistons yet. Kay Cunningham just started playing though, right?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I think they started playing in limited minutes. So yeah, you're not going to see Detroit.
I haven't seen Detroit in years, dog. Or Sacramento, a couple teams.
Yeah, do they have like a red zone-esque NBA thing? Like anything where you can watch like a bunch of basketball, like they're cut in on a bunch of games?
I know that there's shows where they're sitting around talking, and then they'll cut to a game for a little bit, and cut to a game for a little bit. But I don't think it's as robust as red zone because there's always scoring going on. NFL's right. A little different. So I don't think it's quite like red zone, but there's something that I've watched that cuts back and forth between different games. Yeah.
Is that the show with like Dennis Scott and a white dude, and they're in studio, looks like a basketball.
They're in the studio. It'd be different people. Like sometimes it'd be some coaches that I don't know, I haven't heard of before. I think Dennis Scott may be one of the people on there too. But it was definitely on NBA TV. Yeah. So here's the thing. You knew the rule was coming. We all knew the rule was coming. I knew the rule was going to be here when they passed it in the summer. Nigga, adapt. You'll score.
That's tough. This nigga been playing basketball a certain way a long time.
I mean, niggas adapt all the time. Jordan went dunking at the end.
But if that is how he scores, the nigga's not going to change. And if you don't know how they're going to call it too, because that's always kind of a deal. Is like, all right, well, here's the new rule. are we gonna call it? How much are they gonna be ticky-tack about it? Or are they gonna kind of let some things go? It all depends on how it's called in the league. But we'll see. He'll still be a good player in the league.
I
No matter.
get where you're going with that, but this nigga also comes in the camp big as me. So, like, if
That
you
was
have
Zion.
yeah, and him too, honey bun, old Paris, over Paris at Fashion Week, yeah, him. You know what I mean? So no, nigga practice, you know, getting hit and not getting foul calls and play the game. So I mean, we'll see if he adjusts. I think I think he will adjust. I think he's a good enough player. Well, he'll adjust and he'll still average close to 30 a game. So
Yeah, hold on.
whole time. Lastly, Scottie Pippen's book Unguarded is dropping November 9th. In it, he talks about how he was not a fan of Save the Last Dance and how Michael Jordan has portrayed him and his teammates. So, in your opinion, does he have a gripe?
Let me ask you this question.
Mhm.
I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you. I answer a question with the question, which you're not supposed to do.
Okay.
Would you have now? The Last Dance came out while we were in lockdown. You know what I'm saying? It was one of the biggest things because everybody was locked down. It was like toward the beginning of it. So everybody loved it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you have cared about The Last Dance if there were no Michael Jordan?
No.
So then I'll just say it like this. Shout out to Kaz. Kaz tweeted this today. I don't know if you can see this, but someone's got to tell Scottie Pippen that he's Scottie Pippen, nigga.
My note on this paper says Mike is more important to that team than those teammates are important to Michael Jordan. It's not fake. I have it. I'm gonna see that. You know what I mean? So, Scottie, I get it. You feel like Michael Jordan's your friend.
Wouldn't talk to that girl like Ed, would you? I'm sorry.
Larsa. You feel like Michael Jordan's your boy, and I get it. And y'all probably have a friendship, but the thing is that Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan. He's the greatest professional basketball player of all time, and he's also one of the biggest assholes of all time, dog. Like, this is who he is. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you can feel how you want to feel, but at the end of the day, y'all were a cast of characters, my nigga. Y'all were the supporting cast.
Creek.
Y'all were supporting cast, man. So,
hey, look, nigga, be a Pip, okay? Be a Pip, Pippin.
And I don't know if we talked about this on the Buffalo before, but is Pippen the greatest Robin?
Yes.
Of all time?
Yes. Yes.
Let me think about it.
I'm gonna say 100%.
Is he?
So the only other pairing, and I don't think either one of them was Robin. It's not basketball, it's football.
Okay.
Jerry Rice and Joe Montana.
Montana right. Rice is a great pairing.
So is anybody a Robin there?
If you don't have
both are considered in the argument for
there's a Robin. Montana's Robin, because Rice went and recreated that with another guy. I don't think Montana recreates that with another guy.
He recreated it, or he was still good?
Well, I mean, he was successful with Steve Young too, right? They won Super Bowls as well. So, you know, the common thread is Rice. Wade was a good Robin. Was he? I think about that time when you're talking about to LeBron or to Shaq.
Wade started as Batman, actually.
Yes, he did. Yes, sir. Kobe and Shaq. Kobe and Shaq, a great duo. If we had to pick baseball duos, who would you pick? That's the tough one.
I go with the Bobby Bowe and Barry Bonds.
Okay, I would go with Vizquel Alomar, middle infielders for the Guardians, formerly the Wahoos. So, yes, he did go to KC and have success, but not that type of success. You know what I mean? Jerry Rice was still getting it, still leading the leagues and shit, and winning Super Bowl. So I get what you're saying, bro. But
yeah, but you got
a little different
defense. That defense on that Niners team too, with what's Ken Norton and all them niggas, man.
And Dana Stubblefield, and yeah, I remember that team. But I'm saying it's Jerry Rice. But yeah, man. So I think that's gonna do it, man.
That being said, I am IlFam790, your social media choice, aka Don Anderson, the podcast, and aka Captain Bro Albano, Bro Diamond Phillips, Thickety Dragon, Steamboat, Pod Champ, Pod God's favorite podcast, the Potty Piper. I'm here to podcast, Chew Bubblegum, and I'm all out of Dentine Ice and my tag team partner.
Before I get into myself, I love getting into myself. Where's Buffy.com? Where's Buffy.com? Where's Buffy.com? At Where's Buffy on Twitter, at Where's Buffy on Instagram, Where's Buffy Podcast Discussion Group, and Where's Buffy page on Instagram. Check us out. I'm Dizzy from B More. Diz DeJourno, the most finger wavy. I'm smoking and drinking. Oh shit. On Instagram, I am Fatboy_Diz on Twitter. Diz DeJourno, the most finger waviest. It's not DeJourno, it's the penis, Johnny Cochran. If the glove don't fit, I will not hit. I'm not a normal nigga. I smoke cigars. I use rubbers. And I'm Robin, and this nigga's Batman.
How about them Cowboys?
What?
It's gang. If I don't fuck with you, they don't fuck with you.
Well, I think it's their choice, isn't it?
Man, gang. You know what that means? Gang. Take the L out of lover. It's over, brother.